Hi all. My topic for the seminar is the process costing, abnormal loss and abnormal gain. So what is process costing? Process costing is used in industries with the continuous production and indistinguishable units. It is based on the certain processes. Examples are the textiles, chemicals, food production. Process costing is a method of cost accounting used to allocate cost to units of production in industries where goods are produced in a continuous flow through standardized processes. So, let us understand about abnormal loss and abnormal gain. So, first of all, let's look on to the normal loss. Normal loss is the expected loss during the process. Example: the evaporation, the spillage. It's a loss that we expected during the production process. Then abnormal loss. Abnormal loss is the loss beyond the expected level. It is treated as an expense. Abnormal loss refers to losses that exceed the normal or expected level of loss during the production, processing, or operations. Example will be the damage of goods due to an unexpected fire or accident. Then abnormal gain. When actual loss is less than expected, it is treated as an income. So abnormal gain refers to a situation where the actual loss is less than the expected or normal loss, resulting in a gain beyond the anticipated level of efficiency or production. Example would be that recovering more from damaged goods than initially anticipated. And the formulas. First of all is cost per unit. Cost per unit is equal to the total process cost minus the scrap value of normal loss divided by units transferred plus abnormal loss minus abnormal gain. The cost per unit defines the unit of a single the cost of a single unit. So to find that we use this formula. Second one is abnormal loss value. Abnormal loss equal to abnormal units into cost per unit. So then the abnormal gain is equal to abnormal units into cost per unit. Let's look into one of the examples. So in this scenario, there is the input 10,000 units were introduced and the normal loss 10%, output 8,700 units, scrap value rupees 2 per unit, total process cost rupees 48,000. So we have to find the cost per unit and abnormal loss and abnormal gain. So the step one is to calculate the normal loss, and we have to calculate whether it's abnormal loss or abnormal gain. So the normal loss is equal to 10% of the 10,000 units. That's equal to 1,000 units normal loss. Then the expected output is equal to 10,000 minus 1,000. That is equal to 9,000 units. So the actual output equal to 8,700 units. So we'll get an abnormal loss that is equal to the expected output minus actual output. That is we get 300 units of abnormal loss. Then step 2 we have to find the scrap value of normal loss. Scrap value is equal to the 1,000 units into rupees 2. That is equal to 2,000 rupees. Step 3 is the cost per unit. Cost per unit equal to 48,000 rupees minus 2,000 divided by 9,000. That's equal to rupees 5.11. Step 4 is the value of abnormal loss. Abnormal loss equal to 300 into rupees 5.11. That is equal to rupees 1,533 of abnormal loss we got. So the journal entries will get so the process account. Debit process account 48,000 rupees and credit abnormal loss we get 1,533 rupees. Then abnormal loss account we get debit abnormal loss we get 1,533 rupees and the credit scrap value we get 600 rupees. That is 300 into rupees 2. So the key takeaways is that abnormal losses increase process cost, abnormal gains reduce it. Always account for the scrap value to minimize errors. Then strategic cost management focuses on minimizing abnormal loss. So here we can see the we can see that the strategic cost management, it focuses on minimizing the abnormal losses. Then the process cost, the cost of each process during a production in a continuous flow, is reduced, is increased by the abnormal losses, and the process cost is reduced by abnormal gains. Then to minimize the errors, one of the best methods is to account for the scrap value. So so that's all for my topic. Thank you all.